Wordle has become massive very quickly, and there are some lessons we can learn from just how it's become so massive so quickly and apply them to our music. In case somehow you've missed the whole craze over Wordle, it's a simple game in which you have to guess a 5-letter word and you get 6 attempts to get the word right, with each attempt telling you how many letters you've guessed so far are in the correct position of the target word. This game has done immensely well because it's absolutely mastered 5 key points, all of which can directly correlate to songwriting. Follow this formula and you'll stand a much better chance of success. In just 4 months, Wordle grew from having just one user, a lady whose software developer partner, Josh Wardle, developed the game to give her something to do during the lockdowns, to millions of users worldwide, and then sold to the New York Times for a 7-figure sum of money. So, what is this magical formula? First up, FOMO. This insider knowledge is common in many forms of advertising as it creates the fear of missing out, FOMO. You want to know what's hidden behind that door. Wordle grew because of these green, yellow and black squares that are posted on social media on a regular basis. What are those boxes? What do they mean? And why are so many people sharing them? There's only one way to find out, and that's to dig deeper and explore. Your song can work in exactly the same way. If you write your song to start exactly the same way as a YouTube video is written, with a hook, something to drag the viewer in and think, I want to hear more of this. I don't want to miss out on what may come in the rest of the song. A good example of this is our ATC SM45 studio monitor review. Why was Mark standing in the sea?
I'm in the sea!
You won't find out unless you watch the rest of the video. In the same way, if your hook, your song intro, is so enticing that people have to listen to the rest for fear of missing something amazing, then you've got them. You've caught them in the net, and you can then pull those listeners into your musical ecosystem and they'll listen to more of your other songs, searching for more of those tasty hooks. Just don't forget to give them what they came for, or it's just clickbait. Make people feel like they're missing out by not listening to your music. Just like if I say the words professional level pricing, only a small group of our audience will know what that even means, and that's because they're in our Discord group. And you can make sure you don't miss out any longer by joining it using the link down below. Smooth. Secondly, there's an element of scarcity which can make the desire for something a lot stronger. You can only play Wordle once a day, and then you're left watching the countdown until the next challenge comes along on the next day. How does this relate to music? Contrary to making YouTube videos in which it's a very throwaway medium that you'd watch once, maybe twice, then move on, a song is designed to be listened to many hundreds of times per person, maybe even thousands if it's really one of your favourite bands. The reasons these songs get so many plays is because we want to learn all the lyrics. We really want to take to heart how the song goes, how the melody flows through the song, and so on. If a new song was being released by your favourite band every day, sure, you'd probably be pretty happy for a while, but you'd find that after a week or so, you wouldn't be able to remember how the song released on Monday last week goes, or what the words are, or what the melody is. If you keep your music more scarce, one release a month or maybe one album per year, then your audience has the chance to learn that music, to take it into their interests and grow around that music. When my favourite band releases a new album, it's a huge event. It's once every 3 years, and I'm excited because I haven't heard any new music from them in years, and I'm ready to have my mind blown. I've listened to their prior music and spent many hours wondering when the next album will be released. It becomes an event to have music released. Do this to your songwriting and releases and make it an event. Don't just chuck any old shit into a song, make it a masterpiece, a work of art, because music is just that, it's art. Do more work to that one song or album and create a scarcity mindset. Number 3, you've probably heard of Pavlov's dog experiment.
What about Pavlova's cat?
Is he cute and fluffy?
Yeah.
Oh, where is he? I want to meet him. You perform a trigger action and initiate a response without any conscious input. Marketing works just like that. Follow a ritual of actions before each song release and your audience will know something is coming. If I see my favourite band post something as simple as a modified logo or a differently stylized way of wording things, I know that's their way of saying a new album is on the way.
But the Spice Girls have split up.
Really? Oh. Build your own way of telling people something is coming before you tell them something is coming. Like occasionally on our Discord server, I'll post sneak peeks of our videos before we release it. Creating pre-release interest through subtle mentions of a new release builds hype, and hype is what sells. People get excited for new things, and you need to feed that excitement in small pieces to help it build over a period of time. Next, you need to consider the shareability of your song. Are you going to rely on the emotion of your song to make people want to share it with their friends and family, or will you include something in the song or music video which can boost its popularity? Will you try and make something that has the intention of going viral? Looping back to the if you know you know scenario, Wordle made it so easy to share the results of each game you play by using software generated patterns of coloured emoji to share your score in the game. And if you don't know what those coloured patterns mean, then you want to find out. It's super shareable because every time you finish a game, a giant share button is just sitting there, and it's easy to do. Concerning music, make it shareable by making it easy to share. Make your music video so mind-blowing or epic or cute or funny that people just have to share it. There's a video we made for the Goodbye look about 2 years ago involving a love story between a broccoli and a cauliflower. It's an unlikely love story, but because of that, it's enjoyable, it's fun, and you become attached to those characters, making it memorable and shareable. Finally, the most important point. Whether you're making a cake shop business, a video game, or a song, you need to know your audience avatar. Target your product, in this case your music, to one person, just like Josh Wardle did for his wife with Wordle. Find your ideal listener. If you were to design a person in your head who listens to your music, who would they be? What's their name, their age, where do they live, what do they do for a living? By determining who your average listener could be, then you can tailor the marketing towards that kind of person, meaning more people who could potentially be interested in your music can see your attempts at putting it in front of them. Here are the key things that have made Wordle such a success so quickly, and the strategies that can be equally applied to YouTube videos or your songs. Create FOMO, fear of missing out. This is all about branding. Create a strong brand around your music, and then you can formulate intriguing social media posts that make your potential audience wonder what they're missing out on, just like a good thumbnail and title on a YouTube video. Second, scarcity. Quality, not quantity. There's a great Bruce Lee quote where he says he doesn't fear the man who knows 1,000 moves, but fears the man who's practiced one move 1,000 times. Thirdly, conditioning. Work on rituals that build up to your next release that create a sense of anticipation in your audience. This works well in conjunction with FOMO and gives your regular audience a real sense of community. Number 4, make your song shareable and make it easy to share, and make that share button the single call to action in your marketing. So please share this video, the button is right under the player. And lastly, create your audience avatar so you know who your virtual perfect listener is, and then you can aim your marketing at that person. It's far easier and far more effective to appeal to someone in a certain niche than it is to try and appeal to everyone. And if you want to know more about that, then click on the screen right now to see the video we made with Boris the Bunny on marketing you and your music.
Yeah, password. Quick, get the end screen up before we explode.